Hello everyone! Welcome to a new video, a new playthrough. We're going to be doing Kinfire Delve, Vainglory's Grotto again, but this time we're going to be using the other hero, which is Asha de Book, this fine lady. Her lantern card is Eclipse. When I play it after this action, I may discard up to 2 other actions. So this is going to be my hero. Obviously, you can see I have the official playmat now. Everything is very fancy. I've got my deck. I haven't shuffled it. Since this is my second run of Vainglory, this is one of the 2 remaining. So last time I played, this was the Vainglory I used. This one, Dreadweaver. Over here, this is the other one. I don't know who this is. I have no idea. I'm shuffling the well deck. And then we're going to get going. I do have to remind myself with the rule book how, other than flipping over the well cards, I know I have to discard the top of the well deck to an extent. But I don't remember how many before I flip the top 4. I think it's like top. I think I discarded like 4 well cards down here. I like the playmat. It's very clean. Although it only has spots for 3 exhausted cards, and there is nothing saying you can't get more exhausted than 3. So, let's take a quick recap. Shuffle the 3 master cards. We already did that. Shuffle the deck of 57 well cards. Draw the top 4. Okay, so the top 4 get put in play. So we have a combat card, Noble. We have Beloved Voice, a trap card. The Great Stag. And the Maze. Thankfully, none of these are duplicated, so none of them have +1 difficulty. So, that's good, actually. So, Asha here, this nice little elf opportunist, she says whenever you attempt a challenge with at least 1 progress, you get an extra progress on it. So, like, if this one only has 1 and I can't beat it, she will apply an extra 1. Period. So, okay. Now, I do remember I get a hand of 8, and I haven't looked at her cards. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have no idea what I've got here. I do. Okay, and it was the top 3, I believe. This should be a little bit faster than my last game. Discard the top 3 of the well face down in a discard pile. Yes. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. I've already shuffled the exhausted cards. We have all my tokens. We have my health. We have my Ash's deck. All right, so what cards are we starting with? Hold on one moment. I'll grab my water. One other thing before we get started. Now, funnily enough, you'll notice I have an actual dice tray. I just got these today. I actually have a bunch of videos that have already been recorded, and none of them are going to have this in it. So this is going to come out probably in between that. Okay, so we have Blinding Flash. If you fail a combat, ignore the penalty. That's handy because I have 2. And this is green, so that's applicable. It's applicable here. I can't use Blinding Flash on the red. I have Snake Eyes, another green card. This is before this action. Add 2 progress to any challenge. Oh, that's powerful. So this, I could stack 2 extra on the challenge I'm doing, which would then trigger Opportunist, because then I'm attempting a challenge with at least 1 progress. So this is effectively 4 + 1. Snake Eyes is 5. Blinding Flash. Coup de grace. +3 if attempting a challenge with at least 2 progress. So this can go up to 5 if I hit something smart. That's another green only, though. Mule Kick is red-blue. +2 if attempting a challenge with progress on it. So, like, Okay, these deal damage. This makes me discard. This undoes progress. So, for instance, Mule Kick would be +4 to this if I put progress on the Great Stag. Okay. Or 2 or 4 on this one. Then I have Sneak Attack, which is a blue-green 2, and it's +3 versus combat as a boost. That's important. Let's see what else we got in here. We got right in the soft bits. Before attempting a combat, we go down further. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing some strats here, and then we have defeat trap. +2 attempting a trap. I do have a trap right here, but this is red-green, which means these are the only 2 it can go. However, it is a white boost against the trap. And then we have Survivor. Discard after failing a challenge to either charge this or ignore or discard an exhaustion. Survivor is very potent. Okay. So what do I want to do? I have a 10, I have a 6. If I'm Blinding Flash... Okay. Importantly, Noble says another green challenge enters play, I go up 1. But if I fail Noble, I take 2. So if I do Binding Flash, I'm just mathing here, that would be 2 and cause me to ignore the penalty. I could then Sneak Attack on top of it, which would be 2 plus 3, so that would be 5. And yeah, I could do that. Because I get 5 on this, and then I can come... What are my reds? I could do 3. Right in the soft bits. My only trap is this blue one over here, so I can't use the beat trap. Discard after failing a challenge. So I don't like the Great Stag. I want to get rid of it, but I really don't like the Noble. So if I do Blinding Flash, I'm going to ignore the 2 damage, which is very important because this says any other challenge that deals pain will deal an extra pain. So this is going to deal 3 if I fail, but this makes it not hurt me at all. I can then coup de grace it next. I can't use Snake Eyes the way it is. Okay, so we're going to do Blinding Flash. We're going to Sneak Attack. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there anything else I want to do? 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play those now. So that's 5 points, and now I get to roll my dice. And I get to add any greens. I got a white, which counts as 1, and no greens. So I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting 6 total progress, and I ignore the penalty because of Blinding Flash. Okay, now importantly, when I check this, I'm going to get a free point on it. So, if I coup de grace, I basically kill it. Because coup de grace is +3 if it has at least 2 challenge. And that will immediately off it. That's 4 points. Snake Eyes is a better choice, though. Is it? Is it? Because Snake Eyes is 2. I add 1 for Opportunist. That brings me up to 3. That's not enough. And then I have to play a wild card to get rid of it. I have to do 4 to it. Snake Eyes is not enough. Coup de grace is. Coup de grace just straight wins. That's... But I gotta remember, I roll. So if I Snake Eyes it, okay, we're going to do that. I'm going to Snake Eyes to this. Because I'm attempting it, I get an extra point because of her ability. So now I'm at 7 plus 2. I need to roll a green or a white. I got a green. That's what I needed. I needed one more. And then I get my 2. Okay. So we beat this because we have 10. Because I got enough. I actually got to 11 off that. So Snake Eyes is going to go away. I beat this. And we're going to go down 4. So this goes into the completed challenges pile. And then we go down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we flip the top card and we get the Faded Way, an obstacle. When attempting this challenge, fail it if you roll... Interesting. So when attempting this challenge, fail it if I roll this. Otherwise, I just complete it. And X is equal to the number of progress I put on it. That is fascinating, actually. Okay. Coup de grace is green, and I don't have a green, so I actually can't coup de grace. I can mule kick this for 4. Because mule kick says +2 if attempting a challenge with no progress. So if I do great stag, I can mule kick for 2. Plus another 2, so that's 4. And then if I really want to, I can do right in the soft bits, which is another 2, which brings up to 5. And then I'm just banking on rolling a red. Okay. I still don't have that. I could also Survivor it, but I don't want to do that. Like, if I do right in the soft bits... Mule Kick's more potent, though. See, I'd really like to play... Oh yeah, I forgot. I did Snake Eyes. And then applied Sneak Attack. Okay, Snake Eyes says adds 2 to any progress. I forgot about that, so let's do that. 2 on that. Because Snake Eyes says before this action, add 2 to any progress, because I did that, and then I Sneak Attacked to add 5. That's how I beat the last green one. That's how I beat you. So, we'll add 2 there. Okay. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to play right in the soft bits. So that is 3 points by itself, which puts me at 5. And if I roll a red or a white, I kill it. But before attempting it, we go down 1 more, because that's what right in the soft bit says. And I got a red. All that matters. I did in fact get a red, so we put 3 for this, 1 for the red, 6. I beat it. So we got it right in the soft bits. So that's going to go down 2 more. 1, 2. These, by the way, are the weakness cards for Vainglory. We complete another challenge, and we get the Orchestra, a combat. When attempting another blue... when another blue challenge enters play, everybody discards a card. That's a problem. And it does a point of damage. Beloved Voice isn't too bad. If I fail Beloved Voice, I just go back up a step. And I'm looking at Survivor to purposefully charge my lantern, because that will let me discard challenges in play, which then would go over here. I don't have any exhaustion. If I coup de grace, I can't. I have 3 blue and a red. And the only thing I have is defeat trap, which is not going to work. So I actually need to purposefully fail something. If I do the maze, I'll add 2, but I'll discard my last 2 cards. But my last 2 cards actually can't be played, weirdly enough. But I could... Okay, I see what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Survivor on Beloved Voice, which is only going to add 2. And then I'm going to add Defeat Trap, which is another 3 because it is +3 versus Trap as a boost. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to add 5 in a minute. Now, if I roll any blues, I can possibly kill this. I have to get blues and whites. I got blue, blue, white. That's 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So this is 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So that's 5. Did I actually 6, 7, 8? I actually beat it. I actually did not expect to defeat the voice. Okay, so we defeat the voice. So we're going down 3. 1, 2, 3. The voice goes here. These, well, I didn't fail, so I can't discard Survivor. Because Survivor very specifically says discard after failing. I didn't actually fail. And I've only got 1 card left, which is coup de grace. So unless this is green, I can't actually do anything. It's not. It's red. Cool. I got Marionette. But it wasn't a blue one either. So, okay. I have to remind myself how to reset my hand. I believe it is discard my my thing. Play skill. Boost in action. Complete or fail challenge. Exhausting. Okay. So I must exhaust myself to discard, draw the top card, which I'll put up here. I'm gonna put my exhaustions up here and save these down here for later. Yeah, and then I draw back up to my hand of 8. So I'm gonna have to do that. Coup de grace gets discarded. We are Vainglory's Web. Refill the board with 1 fewer challenge card. This does not affect the final gauntlet. So basically what this means is when I complete another challenge, I don't actually refill it, and I can only have 3 in play. That's what that means. That was something I saw discussed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 cards left in my deck before this gets shuffled back in. We now have Scorpion Strike. After this action, draw 2 cards. Okay, that's fine. Odd Raven Charm. Discard when any Seeker suffers damage to prevent up to 2. So I can discard this from my hand? That's what that would have to be, yeah. So Odd Raven Charm is discard whenever anybody, including myself, takes damage to prevent up to 2 damage. And then draw a card. That's not bad. There was Scorpion Strike. I've got Unearthly Agility, which is +3 versus Opticals on a boost, and it's a white boost. That's important, but otherwise it's green, and I have nothing green to fight. I have Outside the Box, +2 versus Puzzles. This one, and it is blue, so I could actually get 4 points on the maze. That's not bad. Cheat the System. That's funny. So cheat the system. Before this action, move any amount of progress from 1 card to another. To the card you're attempting. Okay. Search for traps. After this action, add 1 to all traps. I don't have any traps, so that one's actually kind of useless right now. Asha's Dagger. After this action, unless my hand is empty, I can bounce it back to my hand. That's useful. So I may have to do that on Faded Way. Precision. Don't roll this turn. If you complete the challenge you're attempting with no excess progress, go down 3. So I have to somehow, without rolling, do exactly 3 on a blue or a green for precision to work. Okay, then we're back to automated charm. Okay. I think we're going to be... Because failure on this is bad. You know? And I can only fail if I roll a black on Faded. It's a 50-50 shot. And the point of doing this one is if I don't roll the black, I can just go down X. But if I roll the black, I fail and I get the exhaustion. Which is bad. But we're going to try it. We're going to try Ash's Dagger on the Faded Way. So I roll, because I'm not going to bother boosting. I roll the black. Son of a bitch. Okay, so Ash's Dagger comes back to my hand, because my hand is not empty. But it does still add 2 progress to it, and I add 2 more progress there, even though I failed. So this thing is going up to 4 progress, which is not the worst, because I just have to successfully bonk it. Okay, so I got Consumed. If I ever get 3 copies of Consumed, I lose. We're going to try again. We're going to try Ash's Dagger. This time I'm going to trigger my ability, since I'm attempting it, to add 1. Because you still get the progress. I did not roll the black. I do get another point, though. So, importantly, we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going down 6. So, I think that was worthwhile to me. And this does not get replaced now because of the exhaustion up here. So, I have my Ash's Dagger back in my hand. It does not get replaced, but I go down 6. I think that was a fair trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That was a lot of progress off of 1 challenge. But now I don't get... Oh yeah, Mule Kick... Yeah, Mule Kick was over here. I used that one. I forgot to move that. There we go. Okay, so I have 2 blues and a red, but 1 is a puzzle. Didn't I have something for puzzles? I don't have any traps. Precision would be nice if I could do it. Outside the box. That was the... okay. We're going to play outside the box on the puzzle. So now it's 4. I can boost if I want. I don't know if I do want to. Failing means I discard 2. Are there 2 I care about? Ash's Dagger is not the worst to discard. Unearthly Agility would be fine. Okay. So we're going to do outside the box. So outside the box is 4, because I'm attempting a puzzle. I rolled nothing else. This was actually planned. So here, watch this. So I get 4, but I fail. So outside the box gets discarded, and I have to discard 2 cards. Dagger and Unearthly Agility, because I have no obstacles. I only have combats. And I have no green. So this is actually fine, because I can now use Precision. So, I will attempt the maze again. I'm going to play Precision. Precision is 3 progress, and I don't roll. 3 progress. 7. So I'm defeating it exactly with no excess. So now I'm going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3, because I'm not going to use hers. And I'm going to go down 2 more for the challenge. So the maze is now officially finished. Precision goes to the graveyard. And we get Filigree Clock, a 12-point puzzle. And whose failure is not a big deal. And I think that's draw 3. Oh! Okay, so if I beat the Filigree Clock, I draw 3 cards. Okay, it's a puzzle though. It's a green puzzle. Do I have enough to do it? I'm gonna have to get exhausted again. Maybe. No, because I can do Scorpion. Okay, we're gonna start with Scorpion. Because since I'm starting with Scorpion, it's my action. I'll draw 2 at the end of this. I have no traps. I could play Odd Raven. I'm not going to play any of the others. Because its failure is just going up 1, and that's okay with me. So we're going to do 2. I'm going to roll. I get another point. So I get 3 progress out of 12. Scorpion Strike triggers to draw 2. I only had 2 left. Scout the area. And Sneaky Feet. That blue one is amazing. Okay, what is Sneaky Feet? So Scout the area says before this action, I may discard a challenge that I'm not attempting. So go over here to the completed pile because I get rid of the damn thing. And then I got Sneaky Feet. If I fail a challenge, ignore its penalty. Now I did fail, so I go 1 up. So back up. Okay, can I do enough? I get an extra point on it now. I don't really want to do that. So how many points do I have for greens? I can do... That deals damage, but I have the Raven Charm, so if I don't want to take damage, I don't have to actually take damage. I can get 8. So I could do 2, but I want to get rid of this. This is the one I really want. Done. So I could do 1, 2. Okay. We're going to search for traps on it. Because that's blue-green. There are no other traps. I will activate her ability to put an extra point. And then we're gonna look for greeny boys. We're gonna look for greeny boys. 2. Okay. So I'm adding 2 plus 2. I'm adding 4 more. So now I'm at 8 out of 12. Okay. And I go back up 1. Because that's just how this works. So I'm at 8 out of 12. We are going to Sneaky Feet, which will let me ignore the penalty. So Sneaky Feet's going to add 2. That's going to put me at 10. If I roll 2, I'll be fine. 2. Oh, I got 3. So I would actually go up 3. Plus 1 for me. Because I got to remember Asha can do that. And then 2 for Sneaky Feet. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 9, 14 out of 12. I complete this, and the reward is drawing cards. So Sneaky Feet gets discarded, and then I got to draw cards. And then we'll replace that. So go ahead and shuffle. I really want to get my inserts from the buddy. That would be very nice. Because then I haven't taken any damage, which is very impressive. I've also been avoiding the 2 things that deal damage to me. I've been playing Opportunity. I also haven't gotten to use my lantern yet, either. Okay, so I have a hand of 3, and I'm drawing 3 from my filigree clock. 1, 2, 3. And then we replace with a red. Another... Oh. Okay, so these now have +1 to their difficulty ratings, because there's 2 of them. So my hand now is Cheat the System. Okay, which I had. Odd Raven Charm, yep. Scout the Area lets me... Okay, I'm going to have to do Scout the Area here. I've got my Dagger again, which is the red-green. I've got Outside the Box, which only affects puzzles, and I'm not sitting at puzzles. And I've got Mule Kick, which I'm going to save. Okay. We're going to scout the area on the orchestra. Then Do I want to boost that at all? Outside the box doesn't help me because it's not puzzles. So I'm going to use outside the box. So right now I'm adding 4. I'm just going to put this over here. It is theoretically possible to clear it, but I probably won't. I didn't get anything, so I get 4. And I will take a point of damage, and I will let the damage go through. I do have the odd Raven charm, but 1 point is not a big deal to me. However, because I use Scout the Area, I'm going to discard a Marionette, which will get replaced. The 3 fountains. We have a trap. Okay. So far, no blue has come in, so I don't have to worry about discarding. All right. I'm at 4 out of 8. I can get 4 on it right now. Like, I'm just gonna play Odd Raven, which is 3. I'll apply 1 from Asha. I'm beating it now. I can hit 8. That's fine. But let's see. Actually, we did an extra, so I beat it by 1. Okay. Because I would add 1, 2, 3. And then another 1, 4. So I have 9 over 8. I get rid of that. Asha is DPS. And we're going to go down 3. That's good. 1, 2, 3. And then... Okay. Oh, this is an event card. Okay, I've never done this, so I need to figure out how this works. So this says regain 5 hit points or remove 2 exhaustion, which is what I'll be doing. Then attach this card and the top card of the well deck to Vainglory. What on earth? Huh. Huh. It just says attach cards to the master. Huh. Okay, I need to figure out what that means. Yeah, because I have not done this, actually. I don't know what attaching means. Attach. Attached cards may trigger certain effects. Okay. So it simply says, when attaching a card to another card, simply tuck it underneath. Attached cards may trigger certain cards. Okay. So I'm not going to look at this yet. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this. These are now attached to Vainglory. So they're tucked underneath. And I'm going to discard these, which means both of these get refilled. I've never done the event, so that's a new thing. I don't know what's going to happen. Actually, I don't know how this works. I'm assuming it'll say something like if attached to the Wellmaster. Okay, we get the orchestra again, and the Deadly Rose. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at now. I'm no longer exhausted. I've taken a point of damage. I've got Mule Kick. The orchestra is dangerous. Or the Deadly Rose is very bad. If I fail it, I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm taking 6 damage if I fail it. I have to. I cannot risk failing that. Alright, so we're going to actually do Marionette, and I'm going to Mule Kick, which will be 4 points to Marionette to start. I only need 3 more. You know what? I'll discard the dagger to add another point. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of that. So if I roll 2 red, red and a white, I can get rid of Marionette. I got a red. So Marionette's going to be at 6 out of 7, and I am going to take a point of damage. Not much I can do about that. And Asha's dagger does not go back in my hand because it was not the action, it was the boost. And I only have Cheat the System, which allows me to shift progress over. Huh. I mean, just playing this wins this. So yeah, I'm going to play Cheat the System on that. I get 1, which immediately wins because of her ability. Wait, do I have to play an action? No, actually I don't. That's right, I don't have to play an action. I can just roll. So when attempting a challenge, there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep that in my hand. I got to remember that. And I get another red just for shits and giggles. So I get to go down 2. I got to remember that. I don't actually have to play a card, which is important in situations like this. Because now I have Cheat the System in my hand, but it's my only card in hand. I get another combat, Guardian Beast. Jesus. Okay. I have no way to avoid damage, and I cannot do Deadly Rose right now. And I do want to put 2 points on something. This is actually probably, this and this are the 2 least painful. So I'm just going to play Cheat the System on the orchestra. So that's going to be 2 points plus whatever blue I roll, which is 2 more. I got a white and a blue. So I get 4 total, half of the orchestra. I will take a point of damage. I'm at 7. And I have nothing left in my hand. So we suffered exhaustion, top 1. I get consumed again. So if I get 3 of those, I lose. And we go back up to 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I really need a way to deal with Deadly Rose. So I got my Sneaky Feet. Oh, that's great. That actually could apply stuff to Deadly Rose without taking a massive amount of damage. I have more than enough green to deal with the fountains, including... No, I don't want to do coup de grace yet. Snake Eyes is good for this to put stuff there. Okay, that's... Survivor would also not be bad if I purposefully fail. I can't touch Guardian Beast. I have no red. I have just greens and blues and whites. So Guardian Beast, the only thing I can really do is if I wanted, I could play Sneaky Feet on that. But I'm going to use Sneaky Feet on you. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to Snake Eyes the fountains. And then I am going to... see, anything special? I do like Scorpion Strike for card draw. I'm going to hold on to everything else, I think. Yeah. So I'm just going to go after Snake Eyes on the fountains. I'm going to take the point of damage from the fountains. There's not much I can do, but I have a plan. So before this action, I can add 2 progress to anything. 2 to Deadly Rose. And I got 1 more for 3 fountains. So 3 fountains gets 3. I'm going to take a point of damage. Not much I can do about it. This is where I'm starting to take hits because I'm getting bad challenges now. But now I have all of that, and importantly, Sneaky Feet is worth 2. Coup de Grace right now is worth 6 against this. So I could coup de grace this, adding 1 from here, and probably succeed. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to coup de grace. So coup de grace is +3 with at least 2 progress. So coup de grace right now is 6. I'm adding 1 from me. I literally need to roll a green or a white on 4 dice. I've got a high chance of that. There's my green. Oh, I just rolled it. That was a green. That is another point. There's 11. I beat the fountain. I get triple the reward for if completed, triple the reward for every other fountain. There are no other fountains, so I just go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Fountain goes away. I'm not doing too bad. Coup de grace did exactly what it was supposed to do, and I now have the maze again, a new puzzle. Okay. I will say the map makes this a lot easier. The maze being a puzzle is fine. Sneak attack would be good against combat. So sneak attack is really good against the orchestra as a boost. Do I have any traps? No. So if I do search for traps, it's 1, 2. Oh, wait, I got a blue. Right? Whenever another blue challenge enters, I have to discard a card. I will actually shit. I don't want to discard any of these. Like, genuinely, I don't. Because my plan... Well, you know what? Blinding Flash actually will be discarded because it's green only as a start, and I have no greens. So, there. That's one's getting discarded. So, if I play on my blue there, if I play Search for Traps, that's 2. And then I boost with that. That's another 3. So that's 5, and I only needed 4. And I'll add 1 for my ability. Do I even need sneak attack? That's 1, 2, 3. No, I don't. I'm actually not going to sneak attack that. Because that's 1, 2, adding 1, so 1, 2. This is 5. This is okay. I'm gonna risk it because it's 1 point of damage if I fail, but if I succeed, which I do, there's the white, which counts as a blue. So 1, and then 2, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Search for traps. Thank God you killed the orchestra again. We get to go down 3. See, now that I'm getting the hang of what I'm doing, 1, 2, 3. This is a good palate cleanser game. These games go by quick. Okay, and now, what challenge am I getting there? King's Ransom, trap. I must attempt this challenge. Oh. Cool, and it's 3 damage a pop. I might lose here. I don't know. Because it's a trap. Well, actually, no, wait. No. Okay, we're going to have to eat this. So I'm going to play Survivor. Because I'm going to probably fail this. So I'm going to play Survivor. Which is 2. I'm going to fail this. But I'm going to get to charge this. Oh, and I forgot to roll this one down here. So I have 2 green plus 2, that's 4. I fail, so I take 3. I'm at 3. God, that sucks. But I can either get rid of that or I'm charging my lantern. Okay. So after this action, I may discard up to 2 other challenges. So I have to attempt that. There you go. That's all I'm going to do. Because that's more than enough to kill it off. An extra 2. So I get 2 plus 5 is 7. That's enough to kill the King's Ransom. So King's Ransom is dead. There is no reward for it, but I do get to discard 2 other, and I'm going to kill off these 2. So they're dead. That was my reward. So now we get 3 new challenges. We get the maze. Oh, there's 2 mazes now. Jeweled Spires and a Dreamer Seat. Huh. That's weird. That's a weird one. Do I have any combats? No, I have literally nothing but combat. So sneak attack is literally just an opener now. Jeweled Spires, if completed, I do 2 things. And oh god, are they good? It does a point of damage though? And the only green I have is the Jeweled Spire. So, okay, we're gonna have to do it. Sneak attack is actually kind of useless here. So we're gonna Scorpion Strike the Jeweled Spire. And I'm going to boost it with sneak attack, which is another point. So that's 3 right now. And there's no way I'm beating this, so I'm going to take a point of damage. But the important part with Scorpion Strike is to draw 2 more. And it's a green, and I only got 1 extra. So I got 4 on it. I'm taking a point. Ow. I don't think I'm going to get through here. I got real close. But I draw 2 cards now because of Scorpion Strike. And I get Precision and Unearthly Agility. Wait, whoa, okay. I got Precision and Unearthly Agility. Here's why this is important. So I'm on 4 right now on Jeweled Spires. If I Precision, that's 3. Bring me up to 7, but I can't roll. But Unearthly Agility, specifically, says +3 versus this, and Precision says as long as I exactly complete it, I win. I'm going to add 6 because I'm not going to use my ability, which will put me at precisely 10. So I get Precision's bonus. So Precision says down 3. 1, 2, 3. This, when completed, is also down 3. 1. I can't go any further. And then I need to replace it, but I can't. I also charge my lantern thanks to Jeweled Spires. So my lantern is charged, which is incredible. But now I believe it's well time because I can no longer fill up the thing. So, reaching the bottom of the well, yes. Remove any remaining well cards, discard any progress, flip the master card, and place the 4 gauntlets. Yes. Okay, so these 3 go away. We are now done with the well. The well is over. We have hit the bottom. We've hit rock bottom. We flip Vainglory. She has Dance Macabre. She is a trap. If failed, we are going to flip one of these back. Okay, and all I have is Sneaky Pete. So can I discard these? Discarding challenges during the master. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Eclipse lets me do that. However, the problem here is if I discard a challenge, take 2 damage. If I discard a challenge, take 1. I'm literally at 2. I don't think I'm surviving this right here. Best I can do is hurt something a little bit. But we're gonna play it out. This will kill me. Actually, wait. No, it wouldn't. Because this is discard 2 challenges. I can play this here and discard both of these, which turns that whole shit off. Because I'd be discarding them simultaneously, so they wouldn't actually affect me. And that would put 5 progress here, plus I could sneaky feet for 6, and then roll and see what happens. I'm running the risk of taking a point, though. You know what, we're doing that. We're going to Eclipse on Spider Legs, discarding these. So these flip. Vainglory is now vulnerable to red and green. We're going to be putting 5 on the Spider Legs minimum. Now I'm going to hold on to Sneaky Feet, because that lets me avoid damage. And I get another 2 points on Spider Legs. So we're putting 6 on my Spider Legs. I'm going to take a point of damage, so I'm at 1. This gets flipped. Okay. So we're just going to Sneaky Feet onto this, because that's the only thing I have other than the Handmaids. Sneaky Feet says I'm not going to take any damage from this, so it's 2. And then we're going to roll to see if I get any other blues. I don't get anything. So I literally only get 2 more points on my Spider Legs. And Sneaky Feet go here. I have no cards in hand. It's exhaustion time. I get consumed again. If I get a 3rd, I'm out. And now I got to get 8 cards. So 1, 2. And then we shuffle this. If I survive this at 1, I'm going to be very impressed by myself. But I don't think I'm gonna. I can attempt with red and green on Big Girl. The problem is if I fail it and roll one of those blacks, I have to undo one of my options for fighting her. So I'd rather get rid of 3, so at least I have choices. I'm trying to avoid the Handmaids, honestly. I can attack her with red and green right now. Nothing happened with attached cards to her, though. That's interesting. Ah! One of the cards fell out. Oh, no! Oh, God. What I need is something that says, like, avoid damage, or this, that, or the other thing. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, what do I got? I got right in the soft bits. That doesn't help. But I mean, it's 3 points of red damage, so that helps against Big Girl. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. That's actually at 3. I forgot my own ability. I gotta remember my girl's ability. Oh, Sneaky Feet's back. That's sweet. Survivor is back. I'm gonna have to use Survivor on Big Girl. I have combat. Right, the soft bits is blue. Is not. What do I have for blue? I can sneak attack. I can search for traps. Search for traps will knock blue out. Okay, I'm just gonna play search for traps on her. We roll. I actually got 1 of each color, but that's important. That's fine, because that was enough to make her vulnerable. Okay, so those were the vulnerable ones. I didn't know. So I can attack Big Girl with anything I want. Anything at all. The problem is every time I fail her, I run the risk of flipping one of these. Now, in my hand, it's mostly green and blue. So if I lose anything, it's gonna be that. And she is a trap. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. We're going to Survivor. To here. For now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Survivor. Which is gonna add 2. She is a trap, so I'm going to boost with defeat trap. That's going to bring me up to 5. I'm going to declare that I am attempting red. And that's important because of the die roll. I got 3, and I did not get a black. So no negative. And I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get 8 points on Vainglory. And I get to charge my lantern. Because I'm going to... Yes, I'm going to choose charging my lantern to survive it. So that's another 5, and I'm sitting on 8. And it's soon to be 9. Okay. Yeah, that's 6 more. Okay. So I'm going to coup de grace. I'm going to declare green. So I'm going to look for greens. I'm coup de grind. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will add 1 from myself. I'm up to 3 total. She is not a combat. Sneaky feet would be good. I'm declared green, so I can only do greens. Oh, it would have all gone there. So this and these two, the 8, would have actually gone to the handmaid. Anytime I do more than 5, it goes here. That's fine, because I'm going to kill the handmaiden off in a minute. So this is 6 to here. But I can't add 1, because technically Vainglory doesn't have any. So I'm going to add 6. I'm going to fail it again. And I'm about to put all 6 on the handmaids. But I rolled that, so the red is getting flipped back over. Which is fine. I have a plan. So, coup de grace goes here. I add 6 here. Which is more than enough to defeat the handmaiden. So, because that's, yeah. Handmaiden down. It's fine. Because this gets split back up because of Dance Macabre. Now, that's fine because this is a combat one. I'm going to do... But I'm actually going to challenge Big Girl. And we're going to choose green again. Because she's still vulnerable to green. I'm going to play Eclipse on her. And before the action, I'm going to discard Grace. So this is going to give me 5. I chose green. So I'm going to discard Sneak Attack, which is a +1. That's white. And Snake Eyes, which is another +1. So that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. Plus... Oh, I rolled a fucking... that one again. But I chose green, so this is another point. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. I get 8 points on Big Girl this time. But something comes back. And let me check which one I want to come back. I'll choose Spider Legs. I don't care about that, actually. That one's not that bad. I am going to possibly die in a minute. And if you're wondering, how am I going to die? Well, I'm going to have to become exhausted in a moment. If I choose red, but I can just do Sneaky Feet, I will. I'm going to do Sneaky Feet. I'm going to name red. I'm going to boost with soft bits. That's because I now ignore her penalty. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5, 6. 6 more. Plus 1 for me. So how much am I at? I'm at 15. So this is the big moment. I'm at 15. I have to find out now. If I flip this and it's consumed, I die. If I flip this and say anything else, we go forward. It is not consumed. It is Vainglory's Web, which does absolutely nothing in this particular situation. That is fantastic. So I get 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should be able to do 3 points of damage in either red or green to win. Not even 3. I can do less than that. Yeah, actually, I win. Here. I choose green. Unearthly agility. I add 1. I have to roll, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to fail. Holy shit, green? Okay, that's another 2. So I'm adding the last 3. That's 18. Plus 2 more, plus 1 more. So another 3. 21. We did it again. I've now beaten Vainglory with both of these heroes. This game is so cool. The next time we play, I'm going to be moving on to the next game. So that'll be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. She is really damage fast. She is fast. Like, Core is literally a tank. He just kind of sits there and he just tanks all the hits. But this wonderful lady says, I am just going to stab you violently and move things around. And as long as you figure out what you're doing, you're good. All right. And as always, thank you so very much for watching. Do the YouTube thing. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, stay nerdy. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.